Hi everyone. Um, Sorry, I'm still in my work clothes. Just got home from work, actually, I got home a little bit ago, and my little cheeks are red from biking all the way home from work. But I just really wanted to make a video because, got home, sat down, and kind of started looking at Facebook and looking at everybody, I went to high school with, not really like looking at them, but a lot of my friends are obviously from when I went to high school, and just kind of looking through them, and I started finding like videos and everything, especially because there's the new app Vine. I don't know how many people know about it. That's like 7-second videos, and it's just kind of interesting. Um, and one of the videos I stumbled upon was one of my friends in high school. I don't really talk to them anymore, but I'm friends with them on Facebook, and they are actually like a video major or something. And she had like a video all about her like self-portrait and expressing herself, and I just found it kind of interesting because she was such like an open book. She was open about everything that's happened in her life. How it's put her and made her become who she is. Um, so I kind of started watching these self-portrait videos. There's actually a lot. I mean, hers was for a midterm. Some people just made them to make them. Other people, there was a lot of ones that were for finals and midterms in college. But it was just kind of interesting watching these people like put such in-depth thought in who they become and how they become that. And so I just kind of decided, in high school I used to like try and do a lot of creative things. I used to like to make YouTube videos. They were just usually like kind of cruddy, like editing with like slideshows. I never really did vlogs or anything. But I kind of just decided, when I got out of high school, a lot of stuff happened in my childhood and a lot of different things um, happened, and I wasn't very proud of them. Not like they were on me, but a lot of just some things, I did, and other things were things that happened to me. And I thought, when I got out of high school, when I got away from that situation, that place, those people, that I would be so much better. It would all erase itself, and I would become this new person. But I kind of just realized you can't leave the past behind. It shapes who you are. It shapes who you become. It shapes who the people around you become because of who you are. I mean, it just has such a prominent like part in your life. And I wanted it to be gone. I wanted to erase it, and I just kind of have realized through this past year, there's no way to do that. I'm disconnected from that, and I think it is the most healthy thing I can do for myself. Maybe down the road, reconnecting with those people and making those connections and maybe putting out in the open everything that happened might be helpful. But for now, at this point in my life, I know what's best for me, and that is disconnecting myself from that situation. But I've also learned that hiding that and trying to completely erase it is impossible. Um, I'm in college. I mean, through my first year, I was like, I applied myself really hard. I made the dean's list. Throughout the entire year, I'm living in my first apartment on my own. Well, with roommates, but on my own. I had my first job. As you guys can tell by my clothes. I'm working it. I'm working really hard. The managers seem to like me. Life's pretty good, like going pretty good. I'm taking my growing up steps in the future. Um, that's start my second year of college in this next month or so. But there's kind of something that I feel like I need to do something. I have all this going for me. I come home, I clean, I have my cool apartment, I Netflix. So there's nothing that I'm really using to express myself. Nothing really creative, and I kind of I'm still not okay. Like, not to say that I'm not okay, but everyone goes through things in their life, and everyone has situations. I'm not saying any situation is worse or better. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. And when someone's like, "Oh, this happened to me," well, too bad. This happened to me and it was worse. And oh, then someone else comes, "No, this happened to me and it was worse." Like, everyone goes through different things. Everyone handles them differently. Like, what might be minor to someone is huge and huge impact to one person. The person that goes through it. When I went to college, I actually went to a counseling session because I guess I wasn't handling everything as well as I thought. I thought it was a lot more stable. I was just like, I feel like maybe I should just, because everything that happened, go talk to a counselor, just kind of clear things up. But talking to her kind of made me realize I was not as super like stable and emotionally like set as I thought. But one of the things she told me, because for me it's really hard to talk about it, not because like it's so emotionally damaging. Like one thing I have recognized is that a lot of this wasn't my fault. It's things happen to you, and whether you let them define your world or whether you let them just become part of making you a better person is just the difference, you know? And I was trying to let them define my world, let them define who I was, and no matter what I do, they're always going to be a part of me and who I am. They're kind of going to define me, but I'd rather not be defined by these situations. And I always felt bad, you know, saying like I can't talk about this and feel sad about this because someone's gone through something worse. And as a counselor, like told me when I went there, she told me, you know, you feel bad for the guy who's missing one leg, you know. You're looking at him and you're like, well, that sucks. But for him, it might not be the end of the world, you know. Like it's something he learned to live with. It's something that's helped for him. And you know, he looks at the guy with 2 missing legs and feels bad for him. So it's just kind of that idea that there's always worse situations, but they impact everybody differently. So everybody goes through something. So I'm kind of trying to learn to accept that, because obviously I wasn't able to just erase it in the past year like I wanted to. Obviously it still has impacted who I am, who I've become, and how I view myself. So watching these self-portraits on YouTube and everything, I really just decided I'm gonna start making a weekly vlog, at least, and I'm just gonna talk about things, like just to kind of see myself grow and to express things that I'm not willing to talk about. Just I can't really like sit there and think about them, so I feel like talking to a video camera where I'm kind of talking to you guys, but I will be honest and say this is more for myself to look at them. But having the opportunity to express and speak to someone and say what's going on, say what's happened, you know, I think it's going to be a really helpful thing. And I think I'm going to become better accepting of myself and so on. This past term in college, I started a project, and it was about building confidence, you know. We were supposed to find a skill to work on in my communication class, and a lot of people chose relationships, which was my original plan. Was to choose a relationship with a boyfriend of mine at the time, and I was going to work on it, you know. It was going to be, but I realized there's no way for me to work on a relationship if I can't accept who I am. And so that's when I decided that I was going to start, I guess, building myself up, working on becoming more confident, working on becoming a better me, and I guess not really a better me, but accepting the me I am, and saying I'm good enough. So that, you know, became my communication project, and, you know, I did things throughout the term. And our last paper we had to write whether it was like a lifelong thing, if we're going to continue to do things. You know, when I wrote things, you know, I wrote that I was going to like speak more positively, say positive things, but I didn't stick to a lot of that. And I guess that's what I'm doing here. You know, I really was working on becoming more confident, and it was helpful, and I think these vlogs are going to be a good outlet to express why exactly I feel about that way about myself, and hopefully like see myself grow in confidence. And I think being able to see myself grow is going to be a really beneficial thing. So I know this video is getting kind of long, but I really just wanted to kind of have a starting video saying what I'm going to do. This is kind of like my comm project continued, but kind of just like my life continued in general. This is my chance to express how much, I don't know, I guess how much I dislike myself, and then maybe come to terms with those things, which is my goal. It sounds kind of bad to say. I'm about to make videos about why I hate myself and why I feel this way, but I think it's going to be a good thing for me to express my negative things and hopefully challenge and accept them. So that's my game plan, guys. Whether you want to watch my videos or not, they're not fancily edited, they're not any comedic things, they're just me talking, and it's more so an outlet for me to accept myself. But if you guys watch, thank you. If not, thanks for watching this one. Bye.